Water as a training tool for manifestation, will, and focus. There's a lot of talk about water right now, about structuring water, vortex water, charged water, hexagonal water. And I want to say this clearly and calmly. A lot of what is being said is just fluff science. But here's the interesting thing. We don't actually need any of those exaggerated claims for water to become one of the most powerful daily spiritual training tools we have. Not because water is magic, but because we are trainable. And water is something we interact with every single day, internally, physically, rhythmically. So today, I want to make a very important distinction, one that protects us from misinformation while deepening spiritual practice instead of weakening it. We are not structuring water. We are structuring our mind and consciousness through water. And to explain this clearly, I'm going to tie this practice to Rudolf Steiner's 6 basic exercises, and also in what many people today call manifestation or simulation mastery. Why water? Water is unique. You don't just look at it, you don't just hold it, you take it into your body. It becomes blood, lymph, cellular fluid, nervous system medium. So water is not symbolic in a vague way. It's literally the bridge between inner state and physical form. That makes it an ideal training object. Not because it holds intention like a hard drive, but because it allows us to practice focus, will, emotional balance, and coherence in a very grounded way. Let's be honest and precise. From a scientific standpoint, water does not permanently hold intention. It does not store thoughts. It does not stay structured once movement stops. The body itself restructures water internally, near proteins, membranes, and tissues. So when people say, this water is charged with intention, what's actually happening is this. The person is changing their state, their intention, and that state matters. State changes the nervous system tone, the digestion, absorption, hormonal signaling, and perception. That's real. That's measurable. So instead of saying water is being structured, we say consciousness is being trained and water is the medium. As you saw me prepare this water, something that you didn't see is the off-gassing of chlorine. If you're using tap water, let it sit in an open glass container for 15 to 30 minutes, and this removes a significant amount of chlorine. So I'm told 1 to 2 hours is even better. This isn't spiritual, it's chemistry. Then we remineralize the water. Water without minerals doesn't hydrate cells well. You can add a small pinch of unrefined salt, Celtic, Redmond, Himalayan, or use trace mineral drops, or add magnesium. I guess magnesium is good for calm and focus. This supports cellular hydration, nervous system regulation, and clarity. Already, before anything spiritual, you're doing something genuinely beneficial for your body. Steiner's first exercise, control of thought. Traditionally, you stare at a simple object for 5 minutes and keep your focus on it, or some amount of time, like a spoon, or a pencil, or a pen, or, like a sewing needle pen. Something simple, maybe even, a rock. So, it's the ability to hold our attention on a chosen object without drifting. In this practice, the glass of water is the object. The preparation is slow and intentional. No phone, no multitasking, no affirmations. You are practicing. I choose where my attention rests. That alone is spiritual development. The second exercise, control of will. This control of will means doing a simple action at a chosen time every day, not because you feel like it, but because you decided. So you may choose morning water, midday water, evening water, with the same ritual, the same presence. And this trains something deeper than motivation, inner reliability. And manifestation depends on inner reliability. Do it all 3 times for more practice. Choosing your inner state. This is the heart of the practice. No affirmation, no visualization, no forcing thoughts. Instead, become a state before you drink. I suggest calm, clarity, neutral confidence, grounded certainty, ease, inner sufficiency, emotional steadiness. You don't say, I am calm. You are calm. Come to that place. Then you drink. The body associates ingestion equals coherence. That's training. The third exercise, equanimity. Now comes emotional balance. You practice this ritual when you're rushed, when you're calm, when you're irritated, when you're distracted, when you're happy. You keep the same inner steadiness. This trains, my inner state is not controlled by circumstances. That's mastery. Steiner's fourth exercise, positivity, not forced optimism, just quiet recognition. This water supports life. This moment is sufficient. This act has meaning. No denial, no bypassing. Just presence without resistance. Steiner's fifth exercise, open-mindedness. This is where we hold both science and inner experience without exaggeration. You remain open to the mystery without inventing claims. That maturity is spiritual strength. Steiner's sixth exercise, harmony. Finally, harmony. Thinking, feeling, and willing align. Thought, chosen focus. Will, chosen action. Feeling, chosen state. In one small daily act. That's the point of the six exercises. So no, we are not structuring water. We are structuring attention, will, emotional balance, coherence. Water is simply the interface. And if reality really does respond to state, identity, and coherence, then this small, quiet ritual is not trivial at all. It's practice. It's training. It's mastery. So if there's one thing I want you to take from this, it's this. You don't need magical water. You don't need exaggerated claims. You don't need to believe that molecules are listening to your thoughts. What you need is training. Training your attention, training your will, training your emotional steadiness, training your ability to choose a state and remain in it. Water gives us a daily physical interface for that training. You drink every day anyway. Why not practice consciousness while doing it? Not with affirmations, not with fantasy, but with presence. Because manifestation isn't about making reality obey you. It's about becoming coherent enough that reality reflects you. And coherence is built quietly through repetition, simplicity, and inner honesty. You're not structuring water, you're structuring yourself. And that is something that actually works. Love and peace, my friends. With wisdom and understanding, enjoy your day. Drink some water.